Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 15. So you guys have been asking some incredible questions. One of our main objectives with this vlog, not only to talk about Tiege Hanley, but to really help you along the entrepreneurial path. And so I figured that every so often, or not so often, every couple of vlogs, we actually take some time, the Tiege team and myself take some time to actually answer specifically your questions. So the idea is that you comment in the comment section below the vlogs, and then we'll go through, we'll answer some of them right there, and the ones that we feel could use a little bit more explanation, bang, boom, we're doing it. Gentlemen, let's rock. Question number 1 comes from Mark Giblin. Now I'm excited. 6 products. I was anticipating 3 to start with, another 3 to follow months later. Aaron seems genuinely happy with what he sees, and based on that, I know these products are the real deal. The only thing I'm nervous about now is the prices. I do realize that whenever you think superior quality, you think a superior price tag comes with it. Gentlemen, do you not have any faith in your old boy Alpha? One of the biggest frustrations with skincare for me personally is how expensive it is. And so that is one of the big value added propositions, is that our products are not only going to be amazing quality, the price, you're not going to believe it. Just wait, I promise. It all will be revealed shortly. Cardinal says, every time you say The Chemist, I think of Breaking Bad's Walter White. So do I. I actually do think of Breaking Bad, which is a fantastic show if you guys haven't caught it. Anyway, since we're talking about The Chemist, let's see what Sidney Bastos has to say. Aaron, I'm not sure, but I believe the Chemist guy is not part of TH the company. Please confirm. Your spidey sense has failed you on this one. The Chemist is 100% part of the company. Since he's the one who makes the secret sauce, what if he decides to charge you guys more money, ransom, or else? Asking this question because it can be applied in different businesses like tech, programmer, or food, chef, or other. You're absolutely right, and this is a really interesting topic and something I thought we'd take just a minute and talk about. One of the reasons for including him and giving him a part of the company is for that very reason. So he doesn't run off to Bermuda, marry some spicy senorita, and then here we are hey, what happened to our formulas? So 100% he's got to be involved. He's got to be invested in what we're doing. Dovetailing beautifully into your other point about, people like programmers and chefs. And this is something that a lot of people do have to determine whether or not they're interested in giving equity in their company in order to keep somebody sort of on board on their team. For us, it was an absolute no-brainer that we need to include the Chemist in part of the corporate structure and give him a piece of the puzzle. Not to mention he's just a super great guy and a really good friend of Rob's. Remember, this whole Tiege Hanley team came together just sort of by happenstance, but Kelly and Rob were good friends, Rob and the Chemist were good friends, and they found me, and I was just lucky enough to be included and to convince them that they needed me. But to your point, absolutely, great question, and something that you do have to consider. When you're outsourcing some type of work, are they going to sell it to China? It could happen. Be careful. Drinbevor burned, sorry for butchering that. So let me get this straight. As an ordinary male who doesn't treat face care as important as some like you, what gives you that idea? I'm a bit overwhelmed. When you first presented Tiege Hanley, I thought you would make face care less complicated. Still, we're going to face 6 different products I have to apply. I'm speaking for us guys out there that just don't want an overcomplicated face care routine every morning and evening. Patience, grasshopper. I promise you, it is uncomplicated and amazing. The products, here's one of the issues. If we could only tell you exactly what it's going to be like and what direction we're going in, it would all make sense and you wouldn't have this concern. That is also one of the things that we, other than price, we're so committed to. We need to uncomplicate the process. Give a guy what he needs, when he needs it, tell him how to use it, bingo, bango, you're done. And we have done that. We just can't tell you yet sort of the secret sauce because we're not comfortable in having somebody else know, because this is like what we're doing is groundbreaking and it's cutting edge stuff. And so we just aren't able to disclose that yet, but we will, and your concerns will absolutely wash away once you know what we're doing. Just chill out. But great question. And as far as me being into skincare, guilty. Marvin Marshall says, having just learned about plastic microbeads, could you comment on whether your products will use natural and environmentally friendly microbeads? I would also extend the question to all ingredients in general. The quick answer is we are not using microbeads. Essentially, guys, for you guys who aren't in the know, a lot of these skincare companies with the exfoliating scrubs specifically are using little plastic microbeads in order to feel like that sandy, gritty, remove the dead skin, right? Now, the problem is they're actually becoming illegal in a lot of states because they're non-biodegradable. And so you use it, you wash it off, and it's going, and they're super small, and they're getting straight. They're finding these little plastic microbeads in weird places like salt shakers. It's nuts. No, we are not using that. We are going the natural route. We're actually using crushed up apricot pit or seed in order to get the exfoliating process and properties that we need. So to answer your question, no, we're not using them. Yes, it's natural. Is it great? Yes. Now, in terms of the other products and the other ingredients, we are going as environmentally friendly and as natural as we possibly can and still have the products do what they need to do. Paul Bronson, my boy, who's been with me a while. I love your shirt, Aaron. I'm really enjoying the series. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to make them. It really is a privilege to learn about business and entrepreneurship from you. When I first started in 2014, a lot of what I was doing was fumbling around trying to figure out things out for myself, but you seem to have it all figured out. Take care, Aaron. Postscript, I've subscribed to your father's YouTube channel. He's a riot. Hey, Paul, you're a great guy. Paul has just been such an incredible supporter of me, Alpha M, the Alpha M Facebook group. He's been around for a while, and I just wanted to acknowledge Paul. Thank you so much for the comment and the compliment. The other thing I wanted to say is I absolutely do not have it all figured out. I'm fumbling through it, but I have made enough mistakes to figure some things out. And so I wanted to do my best in helping you guys out there who are thinking about starting a business or just curious about the entrepreneurial process, help you where I can. And so these blogs are absolutely a privilege to do and a pleasure, and I love doing them. And the last thing I'd like to say is, yes, my dad is a riot. He is awesome. And he's a lot of fun. If you guys have not ever met my dad, Papa A, he actually has a business where he goes around and teaches people how to drum, like hand drumming, like congas and taiko and stuff like that. He goes to a lot of like homeless shelters and cancer wards and schools, doing a lot of great stuff. And he has a YouTube channel that I'm trying to help him with. I'm going to list it and link it down in the description. So if you want to, go show my dad, Papa A, some love and subscribe. Mop Craze says, if you have a web development company, why don't you have them make the website? Tried to catch me at something, didn't you? The answer is, we are Smarty Pants having my web development company, Squirrel Lab, do the Tiege Hanley website. My business partner with Squirrel Lab, Corin Spicer, is the most talented web developer that I've ever seen. He can figure stuff out that is like just, it baffles other developers. He's that good. He's worked on a lot of big projects. He has a lot of credentials, and we're incredibly happy, excited that he's partnering with us to do the Tiege website. But here's the takeaway from this. Even if you have a resource, doesn't mean that they're necessarily the best fit for the current project. You've always got to weigh the pros and cons, and if he's not right, or if you have a friend who's good at something, and if they're not right, you need to make the best decision for the company and the project that you're working on now. In this case, Corin and Squirrel Lab was absolutely the best decision and the best company to go with, but a lot of times it's not going to be. So you just have to make that decision for yourself. And last but certainly not least, Ashbar Kwawaja, sorry buddy, as you have an audience on YouTube, you have a place for free advertising and to start to drive sales and essentially create the niche of the product. How would you create a similar buzz for a product without an audience? Are there other ways apart from social media to start the ball rolling in sales? And this is a great question just to wrap up this vlog with. Yeah, I am incredibly lucky, not lucky, I don't know if it's lucky. I've worked hard to develop an audience and a following on YouTube. One of the benefits to that is that I do have this audience that sort of is into taking care of themselves, skincare, grooming, and all that good stuff. And so one of the big reasons why Kelly and Robin, the chemist, decided to have me as a partner is because I do bring that piece of the puzzle. And one of the big benefits to me being a partner is that they don't have to pay me to promote it. Some YouTubers, if you were to go out and actually try and pay a YouTuber, me specifically, to promote a product, for one, it's got to be an amazing product. I get approached probably 20 times a day by companies saying, hey, talk about my product, this is remote control. I'll look at it, I'll be like, this is crap, I can't talk about it. But some of the times, it's an amazing product, and it's my pleasure to promote it, to talk about, and all that good stuff. But if you wanted to actually go out and secure some of these other YouTubers to talk about your product, you're going to have a lot of money a lot of times. And so one way that you can not have to do that is by getting creative. But in terms of social media, it depends on what you're going for. There are a lot of free and inexpensive ways that you can get your message out there. Google AdWords is something that is incredibly powerful. A lot of Facebook advertising. The video ads that you see on YouTube, not that expensive. So there are ways to get in front of that audience without having to spend a lot of money. You have to get creative. You do a lot of times have to spend something, but not as much as if you were going to have somebody promote you directly. There are other ways too. Creating content, getting on, podcasts and reaching out to these different people. Become an expert in whatever you're doing. That's the best tip or piece of advice I can give you. If you're an expert, if you basically position yourself as the go-to guy, the guy who knows the most about remote controls, then you're going to be able to get in front of your audience and promote your amazing remote control. Does that make sense? Gentlemen, this was a lot of fun. If you've got a question, business-related question, personal question, if it's not too personal, feel free to list it or post it down below this video or any of the other videos. I will go through them, we'll scrub them, and then in another few videos or vlogs, we'll actually do another Q&A. They're a lot of fun. If you guys have not signed up to the Tiege newsletter over at tiege.com, you can do that. Help us help you. We send out questionnaires, we get carrot. Trevor? Yeah. I ate a carrot before I filmed. Got to stop doing that. Gentlemen, you're helping us. If you want to be a part of it, go over there, sign up. That's how we're going to determine beta testing and products and packaging. And you guys are directing Tiege Hanley, which is exciting. In part. Part we're saving for, well, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, guys, it has been a blast. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to talk to you and for watching these vlogs. They're awesome for me, and hopefully they're awesome for you.